And it looks like that the Malvern Leopards have won the toss. They will defer their option until the second half. And it looks like the Bauxite Miners will receive.
I think Coach Plumley wants to.
And defend the west end zone.
Yeah. Coach Plumley wants to put our defense on this Miner offense and hopefully get a stop, quick 3 and out, and set the tone early. And you know as well as I do, if you go ahead and defer and you get it, you go down there and you get a 3 and out, or you get something like that, and all of a sudden, you know, it can change the first part of the ball game. And you know, gosh, first few minutes of the ball game, first few minutes of the second half are always very, very, very critical.
You know, a lot of people like to talk about setting the tone with the first offensive possession. Your defense has every opportunity to set the tone as well. I want to take this opportunity now to mention the new isolated player of the game for the week is going to be formerly number 19, Malique Reliford. Malique Reliford is running back, and he also is one of the premier cornerbacks actually in the conference. And a neat thing about Malique Reliford, and one of the reasons we chose him for the isolated player of the game, is a very, very neat honor. I would call this an honor. The coaching staff has decided that one senior every year is going to get to wear the James King number 4 for the Leopards. And so Malique Reliford, this player has to show good sportsmanship, good academic standing. They have to obviously be a player on the football field. And Malique really characterizes everything that you want to see in a student athlete, Ron.
Yes, he does. And it's quite an honor. And, you know, it's quite an honor to honor number 4. We all were really close to that young man. He was just an absolutely great kid, wonderful athlete. And so it's get a little more. Maybe we'll get a little more out. I don't know how we can ask to get much more out of Malique, but he's been offensively. You know, we thought he was going to be more of, and he still is on the defensive side of the ball. But every now and then he can slip in on that offense, either as a wide out or with a reverse or a crossbuck or whatever. And he's had some really, really nice plays. So
and it could be that one of the reasons we're not seeing a lot of him on the defensive side is because they're throwing away from him. They're not challenging him.
They're not challenging. No.
You'll see that out of an elite corner, and he's the closest thing to an elite corner as you're going to find in this conference.
Yes, he is.
They tend not to throw that direction. It looks like Jesus Rodea has teed the ball up for the Leopards. Back deep for the Miners. Looks like it's number 22, Logan Deboard. And ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Sky kick will land right at about the 22. It's fielded at the 20 by the upback number 1, Jaden Perry. He only gets out to about the 22-yard line. It will be 1st and 10 Miners at their own 22.
There's a classic example right there when you watch this on YouTube of what Ben was telling us last week about these sky kicks or whatever. You lay it in there next to the sideline, and he has no place to go. I mean, he either goes to his right or he goes straight ahead, and it's like having a completely defensive line over there because you've just got him pinned right there in a certain area.
It's like another defender as the boundary. Senior quarterback Connor Stacy will be the quarterback for Bauxite. Trips left, twins to the right. Stacy's going to keep it over the right side. He's going to be down at about the 26-yard line, so he's going to pick up around 4 on first down. It'll bring up second down 6.
Yeah, that was kind of surprising when you get the quarterback back there by himself, but he saw something. He's got a great big old tackle up there too. That's the biggest kid on the field for the Miners. They're on his right side.
Bauxite going hurry up. They have split outs to both sides. 2 backs in the backfield with Stacy. The give is to number 23, Russ McCone. 2 kept it. Faked me out. Connor Stacy kept it. He's going to lose about 3 yards on the play. He's going to bring up 3rd and about 9, Ron.
Yeah, he had an option there to number 2, Russ McCone, and he pulled it back for himself. Of course, there wasn't any place for McCone to go either.
Still running fast. They've got trips to the right, White out to the left. Stacy rolls right, has a pass, and it's incomplete, nearly intercepted. It looks like Jacoby Hart there on the defense for the Leopards.
Yeah, Jacoby's right there, and Bud was back in there too. And did I see Bud out there or not? I tell you one thing, I'll cover it either later on my eyesight. It's so much better.
And back to punt now is looks like that's number 60, Drew Lambert.
Yeah, Dante Reed back to receive for the Leopard. Dribbled the ball back, got it off low, punt.
Nearly blocked, and it's going to roll for a while. It's actually going to end up being a pretty good punt. Looks like the official is going to mark the punt out of bounds at around the 36-yard line, and currently covered up by a lot of orange jerseys. Hard to see. Yeah, it'll be just short of the 36-yard line. The Leopards will start with decent field position on their first drive.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, quickly, I had cataract surgery last week, and my eyesight is so much better. It's unbelievable. I can see the numbers. Remember, I was complaining last week.
Welcome to the Coach's Show.
I couldn't see
I'm Ron McNamara here with the head Leopard, J.D. Plumley. Lakeside coming in.
We have technical difficulties there.
We sure do. We're going to need Mr. Laverne to come figure this out for us, because I just unplugged everything because it was going. It wouldn't stop. All right, 1st and 10 for the Leopards. And it looks like it's going to be our sophomore quarterback, Cedric Simmons, keeping it just right up the middle. And he looks like he will get out to around the 38-yard line, bring up around 2nd and 8 for the Leopards.
They're going to give him 2 yards on that. And it's one of those things you hit in, try to see where there might be a little bit of weakness in that defensive front. And we'll just see. I got Cedric back again.
Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to get the commercials ready to roll. 2nd down, 8. Simmons hands the ball off, and that is going to be Bud Johnson, and he is going to be stopped right around the line of scrimmage by a slew of Bauxite Panthers.
Bauxite did a really good job with their front four and their linebackers filling holes right there, and there really wasn't any place for Bud to go. And it brings up a 3rd and a long 7. 9:55 to go here in the ball game. We just started Leopard's first possession. And here we go.
All right, so now we've got twins to the left, split back to the right. We've got 2 up backs guarding Cedric Simmons. Here's the snap from the shotgun. Simmons throws a little dump-off pass. That is going to be – I couldn't see the number.
Looks good, Bud.
Looks like Bud again. He is going to be well short of the first down. It's going to bring up about 4th and 7 or a long 6. And the Leopards will send out the punt team.
Yeah, this first series, both for the Miners and for the Leopards, the offenses haven't been able to get anything really going, and it's just been a 3 and out and a 3 and out. So we'll be Dante Reed back to punt.
And it looks like they've got their quarterback, Connor Stacy, is one of the men back deep to receive, and also looks like Zach Taylor.
And bad snap.
And Dante's going to try to run for the first down. He's got to the 40, the 45. He's going to get near midfield.
Depends on when they not mark him out.
They're going to mark him out at the 46. That is a very close spot. And it looks, I thought he got out closer to the 47, 48. Yeah. And they may have to measure this, but they're going to say it's a first down Leopards.
Yeah. That's taken about 2 yards he took away from him. Yeah, that's taking a bad situation and having the athletic ability. Also, I noticed, too, that our kids really realized what's going on, and they formed a pretty good wall for them to run up through there.
That's one of the benefits of having a kicker or a wide receiver as your punter. When things go south, they can get north and south in a hurry. So Simmons will take over control here again, and we're going to have a timeout Bauxite. I think he's not particularly happy with they haven't moved the chains yet, interestingly enough, and he's going to want a measurement, I believe, is why he's calling timeout.
That's a terrible spot. It is terrible.
It really was.
So as they talk it over, and maybe we'll have a spot, and maybe we won't, we'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Kasasa. What's Kasasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Kasasa checking. Ask for free Kasasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
All right, welcome back. And they have decided to go ahead and measure, so that's a win in the argument column. If maybe the coach is going to go argue in front of the Supreme Court one day, we got an opening on the court out here. But it is going to stay first down and 10 Malvern after the measurement, so they will have 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Cedric Simmons will have trips to the left side, a split wide receiver to the right. Malique Asher will be guarding him as an up back. Now we've got Jacoby Hart in motion to take a spot at the tailback position. Simmons takes it. He's going to hand it off to Hart right over the right guard, and he's going to be stuffed for minimal game, if any, and a great job by the Bauxite Miners there.
Yes, they did. Once again, their linebackers are very active, and it's going to be tough to find a hole through there. I tell you what, these offensive line coaches will get it figured out, though.
Leopard's going to go hurry up also. They have trips to the left, one split to the right. Cedric Simmons in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to throw deep down the right side. He's got Dante Reed with a couple of steps, but he overthrows him by about 3 yards, and it will bring up 3rd down and about 9.
That's that stretch and that talking that coach was talking about getting deep, and he had him out there and just led him a little bit because Dante had a good 2 yards between him and the D-back.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 for the Leopards. 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. No score yet. We have twins to the left. Dante Reed, the lone wide receiver, to the right. A couple of up backs guarding Simmons. Simmons is going to pass it on a quick back pitch to number 4, Malique Reliford, with a nice carry up past the 20. That's a 35-yard line. Fumbles the ball out of bounds, and it will finally roll out around the 32-yard line of Bauxite.
Yeah, we've seen that before when he runs Malique in there and does a little misdirection on him, starts everybody one direction, he comes back through, and there's a hole through there. And with his speed and athletic ability, he can pick up some yards quick.
So Malvern now with really good field position down around the 32-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Twins to the left. One wide receiver to the right, a couple of up backs with Cedric. Cedric's going to sprint out to his left. He's going to pass it to Jacoby Hart. Gets a hand on it just a little bit out of reach. It's going to fall incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down for the Leopards.
He had Bud Johnson down there. Looked like he had about a half a step on the safety. What I've noticed too, Ben, I tell you what, Bauxite's really crowding that line of scrimmage. Their safeties are out there within 8, 9 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Maybe trying to make us beat them with the pass.
We can do that.
That's going to bring the Leopards to the line. 2nd down and 10. We're going to have trips to the left. One wide receiver split out to the right. Now we're going to run Jacoby Hart in motion. Simmons with the snap passes in the seam is to Malique Asher. He's got the 1st down to around the 15-yard line. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 16-yard line. 1st down and 10 for the Leopards.
Yeah, that's that nice seam that you were talking about, the hit through there. And it's nice to see Malique get some more balls thrown to him because he's a nice big target out there.
He is, and one of the things that you like to have is a lot of spreading around so they can't focus in on just the wide receivers. Now we've got twins to the right. We have a lone wide receiver to the left. Simmons in the shotgun. Hart in motion. He's going to pitch it to Hart to the left side. He skips through a couple of Bauxite defenders and actually going to pick up a couple of yards. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 8 or so from the 14-yard line.
Yeah, Jacoby hit a seam there, and when he hit, it's a good thing he hit it when he did because it was closing in on him and picked up 2 yards on a situation where he could have lost 2 or 3. Nice move.
So the Leopards going back to this formation. We've got Dante Reed split to the right, way outside. 2 wide receivers to the left. And now we're going to run Hart in motion. Simmons is going to keep it over the left side. He cuts the corner. He's in past the 10 to about the 5-yard line where they're going to mark him out of bounds. Looks like around the 7-yard line, going to be near the 1st down marker. They're going to mark him just short, it appears. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, Sid did a really outstanding job getting out on the edge out there, running the edge, and just tried to tiptoe down the sideline, but just couldn't quite stay in.
So we're really spreading out those wide receivers now. It's going to be 3rd and 1. Looks like Keith Carradine in the backfield with Simmons. Simmons, the snap. Nope, that's Jacoby Hart in the backfield. And he's going to take it over the left side. Looks like he should have enough for the 1st down. He is going to be down to about the 4-yard line. It'll bring up 1st and goal for the Leopards.
Nice job there by our left side of our offensive line of actually getting a good push against the Miners and got a little bit of hold and brings up first and goal, and this is a nice series for the Leopards, Ben.
It is, and we're about halfway through the first quarter. We've got about 6.5 minutes remaining, a little over 6.5 minutes. No score. Leopards come out with trips to the right. One wide receiver out to the left. Asher is an up back. Now we're running in motion, but Simmons is going to keep it, and he's going to be over the left side. He's driving, moving the pile, and they're going to blow him dead, and now there's a late flag. Simmons officially going to be spotted down around the 3-yard line. We'll have to see what the penalty is.
Yeah, you get down in that scrum like that, and you really don't know what happened.
And the officials are going to talk it over. We'll see if they're going to back it up or move it closer to the goal line. If it's going to be unsportsmanlike, you just never know which way it's going to go. We're not backing up, so that's a good sign.
Here comes a sign from the white hat.
Officials are going to make sure, probably just trying to make sure they get the correct number of the player. Personal foul against Bauxite.
First
It's going to
down.
be an automatic first down. So it'll bring up first and goal from about the 1.5. The Leopards really got a bunch in there, a bunch formation inside, but they've split 2 wide receivers way out to the outside. Simmons is going to give the ball out to Malique Reliford, and he is going to trot in pretty well untouched, and the Leopards are the first ones on the board here at home with 6:17. They'll take a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, the binders were all packed in thinking we were going to run between the tackles, and Malique it's the speed the coach has talked about, the speed that we've talked about that the Leopards have, that once he got an angle and headed out, he was going to score.
So the extra point unit will come onto the field. That's kind of been an adventure for us this year. Carter Martin's the holder. He's had to make a play or two so far earlier in the season. Jesus Rodea is on to kick the extra point. Good snap. Ball is down. Rodea's kick is going to be through the uprights, and the Leopards are going to take a 7-0 lead with 6:17 remaining in the first quarter. We will welcome you back after these words.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett, and I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
And we are back at Claude Mann Stadium. The Leopards have just taken a lead 7-0, 6:17 remaining in the first quarter, and it's nice to get on top, Ron.
Yeah, it is. It all started down there on the punt play, a bad snap, and Dante Reed was able to pick it up and pick up a 1st and 10 in spite of maybe a questionable spot, but it all worked out for the Leopards, and once they got rolling on that, it looked kind of downhill to me, Ben.
It did, and now we've got Rodale has the ball teed up for the Leopards. Number 22, Logan DeBoard, is the deep man, but I have a feeling he will probably not be the individual that takes this kick. And we are waiting on the official to give us the go-ahead. There it is. And Rodale is going to kick off. It's going to be another sky kick. It's going to land at about the 28. The Leopards almost have an opportunity to pick it up. The ball's still on the ground. I believe the Leopards will have the ball at around the 25-yard line. We'll see who landed on it.
We had a chance on it at the, our ISO player.
Is that number 19 or number 4?
Number 4.
Number 4, all
Malique
right.
Reliford was on it. A couple other guys had a chance for it. Bauxite let the ball hit the ground, and there was that half-second or full second of indecision that then the ball hits the ground, and it's anybody's ball. Big break for the Leopards, and I guess that's why you do that pooch kick, Ben.
It is, and how about the isolated player of the game, and that's one of the reasons he's getting that number 4 jersey. Big players make big plays. So the Leopards now have twins to both sides. Simmons is going to be by himself in the backfield. Here's the snap. Simmons looks to his right. It is to Jacoby Hart. Jacoby Hart breaks a tackle on a little bubble screen. He's going to get out past the 20-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 17, and that's going to be a nice pickup on first down. Looks like it's going to bring up second down and about 1.
Yeah, Jacoby does a good job out there. We love those little bubble screens, and all it takes, you got to get past that first man, and you got some room to go.
Leopards are going to come back with the same formation, twins to both sides. Malique Asher kind of in a tight end position. Now Jacoby Hart's going to come back in motion to take a spot at tailback. The give is going to be to Hart. Cuts hard right back up the middle. Looks like he's going to have enough for the first down. He gets over the 15 to about the 14-yard line where it should be first down and 10 for the Leopards.
Yeah, that's one good thing about that, Ben. It's 1st and 10, and the Leopards can actually get a 1st and 10 to get the ball down inside of the 4-yard line, looks like.
When you have a quarterback that's mobile and can throw it when you're in the red zone, that's really where a lot of those mobile quarterbacks can hurt you.
Yeah, because you never know what they're going to do.
Leopards going to come out with trips to the left. We have Dante Reed all by himself to the right. Hart's in motion. Simmons now looking, throws
through a bullet
to Dante Reed. The pass is incomplete. Looks like a Bauxite player may have gotten a hand on it, but there is going to be a penalty flag thrown, and it looks like he may have signaled temporarily going to be illegal man downfield.
Illegal man downfield. He's patting. The back judge was patting the top of his head.
So we're awaiting the official. There it is. It is going to be illegal man downfield. So they're going to mark that back 5 yards, and it will now be first down and 15 for the Leopards. Leopards will have twins to the left. Dante Reed, the lone receiver, to the right. 2 wingbacks are going to frame the formation with Simmons by himself in the shotgun formation. Simmons takes the snap. He's going to pitch it to Jacoby Hart. Jacoby Hart fights through a tackle, fights through another tackle. He's going to get down to around the original line of scrimmage for a gain of 5. It's going to bring up second down and a long 10.
Yeah, that was another one of those really tough inside runs that Jacoby does such a great job on. He's one guy's not going to get him down.
And he really is one that if he sees an opening, he's going to go ahead and try to take it there. So second and 11 for the Leopards, or it's either a short 11 or a long 10. We got twins to the right. Wide receiver to the left. Simmons by himself in the backfield. He's going to pitch it now to Malique Reliford, who's going to fight off a tackle around the left side. He's going to get past the 10. He's going to get to about they're going to mark him out at the 10.
Mark him out at the 10. Again, they had a crack at him. I think it was one of these defensive end or line, but had a crack at Malique back there behind the line of scrimmage, hit him and just couldn't bring him down.
He picked up about half of what he needed. It's going to be third and around 6 now for the Leopards at the Bauxite 10-yard line. Leopards are going to take their time in the huddle. They've been going no huddle for most of this, but they huddled up a little bit here to get this play right. We have twins to the left, single wide receiver out to the right. Simmons takes the snap. He's going to look to his right, throwing a fade to the back pylon, and he just overthrew it. Dante Reed. That would have been a really, really tough placement. Falls incomplete. It's going to bring up fourth down and around 6. And it looks like the Leopards are going to keep their offense on the field and try to pick up a first down or go for the end zone right here.
Yeah, you've got 2 options. I mean, if you don't score, you can still pick up your 6 yards and pick up a first and goal from there. That ball was just had a little more air under it. It would have been 7 or 6, I'm sorry.
Twins to the right, single wide receiver to the left. Simmons takes the snap, looks back, throws a little squirrel route looking to Bud Johnson. Bud Johnson fighting past the 5. He's going to get down to about the 2.5-yard line, and that should be enough for a Leopard first down.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. That's one of those two-headed monsters for us. We didn't have to score, and we pick up 6 yards, 6.5 yards, which actually 7-8 on that one, and we got first and goal at just inside the 3-yard line.
So the Leopards threatening to take a 2-score lead. They're currently ahead 7-0. 4.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Leopards threatening to make that 13 or 14 now. The Leopards have, looks like Martin split way out to the left. And another wide receiver. No, that's Martin over here to the right. Simmons hands the ball off to Jacoby Hart. Jacoby Hart fights off a tackle right at the goal line, pushing the pile, and he's going to be down around the 1-yard line. He gave every effort to try to score right there, Ron.
Yeah, I thought the push of the group was going to get him across, but
Had a couple of those big old miners in there that they weren't going to give up that goal line, and so it brings up 2nd and goal from inside the 1 yard line.
And so now we've got 9 Leopards. They're all within about 4 yards of the football right now. Wide receiver split wide. Jacoby Hart in the backfield with Cedric Simmons. Simmons going to take the snap, go right over the center, and he's going to be in the end zone. Touchdown, Leopards.
Tell you what, that goes back to that 4th down pass that he threw. I'm going to tell you something. Sid threw a bullet across there.
And with that, the Leopards are going to take a 13-0 lead. We're going to bring the PAT team back onto the field with an opportunity to take a 14-0 lead. 4:08 remaining in the first quarter. And the Leopards are trying to take control of this one early. Here's the snap. It is good. The kick is up.
It's good.
Plenty of distance, and it is right through the uprights. The Leopards take a 14-0 lead. 4:08 remaining in the first quarter. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Dedication, the quality of being devoted or committed to something. As a member of the Leopard Marching Band, we learn more than how to play an instrument or march. We learn the importance of responsibility and hard work. We know that every beat has a purpose, and it takes each of us to bring the music to life. We are a family. We are the sound of Claude Stadium. We are the Malvern Leopard Marching Band, and together we bring the music to life.
And we are back at Claude Mann Stadium. And David Alpe Field tonight is looking pretty good. 14-0, Ron. This is a very good start for the Leopards.
Yeah, it is, and it's been all Leopards here. With 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first quarter with a 14-0 lead. It's been Leopard offense, and taking some advantage of a couple of breaks and doing some things that they didn't do last week when they had a break. We've taken big time advantage of them tonight with a 14-0 lead. Here we go.
Rodea has the ball teed up for the Leopards. And the same defensive formation here for Bauxite to receive this kick. It's a sky kick. It's going to go much further this time. It's going to bound it at the 12. He's going to pick it up at the 7. Now he's running backwards, going across the field to the right side. He's got some room. He did a really good job to find an opening there, and he's going to bring the ball out to about the 30-yard line of Bauxite, and what could have turned into another disaster for Bauxite actually turned out to a pretty nice return.
Yes, it did. And I saw that as number 5, and they don't have a number 5 listed.
That was run back to 6.
Was that number 6? Okay. I saw it as 5, and it was actually a 6.
All right, so here comes Bauxite now, 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line to start the drive. Twins to the right, single wide receiver out to the left. Now they've got a back in motion, bubble screen to the right side, and he is going to pick up about 3 yards, and it looks like number 8, Bud Johnson.
Bud Johnson was out there, yeah. Bud actually had an offensive wide out in front of him, fought through the block to stop the play after 2 yards.
Bauxite goes no huddle. Twins to the right. They run a man in motion to come back to be the tailback. The ball is given to number 23, Russ McCone, and he is going to get near the first down marker, and it'll depend on the spot. It'll either be a first down or it will be 3rd and very short for the Miners.
McCone did a really good job of following his blockers out there on his right side and did pick up the 1st and 10.
The officials do measure first down, and so with 3:25 remaining, Bauxite continuing to go hurry up. Here's the snap. Goes back to McCone over his right side. Fights hard for a gain of about 3 down to around the 43-yard line of their own side of the field.
You know, McCone looks like another one of those tailbacks we faced last week. He's not really big of stature, but he looks like he's pretty cotton picking. He's tough. He got some speed.
They give him a gain of 2. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 for Bauxite. Looks like trips in a bunch formation to the right. Single wide receiver split out to the left. Another bubble screen, and he's got some room. But Bud Johnson closes the door pretty quickly after a gain of about 6. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2, and it looks like Bud, who made that initial contact, is kind of favoring that shoulder now. But
yeah,
it's going to bring up 3rd down and around 2.
That was a play right there that the receiver made a really good move to pick up that last 3 or 4 yards because we almost had it stopped.
Single wide receivers to both sides. McCone is going to be given the ball. He is going to be near the 50-yard line, crosses the 50-yard line, and that should be enough for another minor first down. They are going to move the sticks. So 1st and 10, Bauxite, 1 yard past midfield on the Leopard side of the ball.
Yeah, they want to go fast.
And we've got trips to the left, Twins to the right. Quarterback's all by himself, throws, and the ball is immediately hit there. And who was the safety? That was Jacoby Hart that laid the wood, and that looked like it was going to be an easy completion run, but Jacoby just knocked the ball, and the ball went flying right there.
You know me, there's nothing better than seeing a D-back hit the receiver about the time the ball does, and he laid the wood to him.
And we've got a timeout, and Malvern's going to call the timeout. That is their first timeout of the first half. And so with 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter, the Leopards lead 14-0. We'll be right back after these words.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
This second down and 10 play, Bauxite from the 49-yard line of Malvern throws a slant, and again, the ball is almost completed, knocked out of his hand, and nearly intercepted by the Leopards.
Yeah, he went back to Hunter Farrell again on the slant, and really good defense by the Leopards. And that was one of those another bounce one way or the other, and the Leopards could have the ball back, Ben.
Yeah, and it's looking like Bauxite's kind of playing multiple quarterbacks here. Sometimes it's Connor Stacy, sometimes it's Hunter Farrell. So right now, 3rd and 10. Bauxite is Twins to the left, Twins to the right, and this time Stacy's going to keep it over the right side, and he is tackled immediately by the isolated player of the game, newly number 4, Malique Reliford.
Reliford's really playing a good ball game tonight, but he's played good. He's being Malique. I guess I don't get used to it, but it sure is good fun to watch.
4th and 10, Bauxite's going to go for it. Immediate pressure and a sack is going to come from the backside. And I can't see the number. But that's going to be, I think that's number 34. That's going to be Braylon Watson coming off from the outside linebacker spot.
Well, I tell you what, and he was moving. Yeah, that's kind of, I guess, is it the desperation of a Bauxite this early on 4th and 10 to go for it, or maybe catch us sleeping or something.
And you wonder if, the Pulaski Academy, mentality is kind of starting to take over the state. There's been a lot more going for it on 4th down and not kicking extra points. And so the Leopards now will take over with 1:23, a 14-point lead. They're taking over at the Bauxite 45-yard line. Simmons is going to hand the ball to Keith Carradine over his right side. He's going to bounce out to the outside. He's got about a 5-yard gain to the 40-yard line. Let's see where they actually spot the ball. They're going to mark it at, it looks like, the 41-yard line. So a 4-yard gain, but that was an exciting 4
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he looked like he had some room, and let's give the due to the Bauxite pursuit. The linebackers come across, and the corner came up and closed down a hole that I could have run through there for a while.
Now they actually do mark it on the 40-yard line, bringing up 2nd and 5. Twins to the left. Simmons is going to drop the football. The ball's on the ground. It looks like Simmons may have recovered the ball, which would be huge for the Leopards just to prevent a field position disaster.
Yeah, they're digging it out.
But nope, Bauxite comes up with it. So now Bauxite gets their first turnover of the game, and good field position will come with it.
Yeah, the handoff between Said and Carradine was never clean. Looked to me like he hit him on the hip with it, and Carradine was actually passed when the ball came out, and there was a minor right there to jump on it, and they turned it back over. They're starting on their own 46.
Yeah, the 46-yard line, and so they had the turnover on downs, and it's like they just like that 4 downs never happened. So Bauxite will take over with just over a minute remaining in the first quarter. Twins to the left, trips to the right. Farrell throws, and his receiver falls down. He's trying to go right over the middle of the field, but it looked like his receiver was the other quarterback, Connor Stacy, but he just lost his footing, and it falls harmlessly to the ground, and it will be 2nd down and 10. So Bauxite now is looking to the sideline for the play. They're not in a huge rush like we've seen them before.
And then I just noticed that Braylon Watson was out there. Could have caught that ball if it had been just a little bit higher.
Farrell is the quarterback. McCone is the tailback beside him. Stacy goes in motion. They throw the bubble screen, and it looks like we're going to have probably a procedure penalty because they did not let this play go forward, and it is going to be a legal procedure called against Bauxite. That's going to mark them back 5 to about the 41-yard line, bringing up 2nd down 15.
My guess is they either had too many men on the line of scrimmage and one guy that wasn't or not enough on the line of scrimmage. I couldn't see what's right here under us.
So we're going to go twins right, twins left. Now they're going to run Ramon Munez in motion. Farrell passes to Muniz, and he is going to be tackled for a loss.
Yes.
Well, they may give him back to the line of scrimmage, but it looked like that might have been, was that Dalen Weaver, number 2 on the tackle?
Yeah.
Really well played by the Leopards.
Nice play. And there was a host of Leopards over there too. I mean, if he'd have slipped that one tackle, there was 2 or 3 others that. Big 3rd down and 15 here for Miners.
And it looks like Farrell's going to take the snap. He's going to try to throw deep, but the Leopard pressure gets to him, and he's going to get just past the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack in the scorebook, but it will be just as effective, bringing up 4th down and about 15 from their own 41-yard line.
He had nobody to throw the ball to. The coverage by our corners and safeties was outstanding. I mean, they were running side by side with them.
You know, in the coaches show, we talked the importance about the pressure from the front 4, and that was that. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter, and it's been a good one for the Leopards. The Leopards lead 14-0. We'll be right back after these words.
Identity, the indicating factor of who or what someone is. Every day is a new chance to discover who I am, who I will become, and what will become of my future. The moment you realize that pride plus loyalty equals success, and that it takes hard work to be the best, something magical happens. To be a Malvern Leopard is to be a scientist, an artist, an engineer, an athlete, and a leader. My identity is clear. I am a Malvern Leopard.
And we're back just in time to get the punt. Bobbles the snap. Actually gets off a pretty good punt, and Malvern will fair catch the ball. That's Dante Reed right at the 27-yard line. And the Leopards, really good first quarter run, 14-0, and they get an opportunity to start the second quarter off with a drive.
Yeah, the big thing on that one, Ben, was you turn the ball over and you look up after that series is over and the Miners have negative yards on a turnover, on a recovered fumble. And that just speaks to the speed and the effort and the toughness of this Leopard defense that Coach Plumlee likes so well.
And so the Leopards will take over on their own 27-yard line, up 14-0. We've just started the second quarter. We've got trips to the right. Simmons taking the shotgun. Now Jacoby Hart will come back and play tailback beside him. Simmons is going to hand it back to Jacoby, and Jacoby breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to head out to the right side, has some room over the 40, and he's going to be down at around the 43-yard line, a pickup of about 15 on first down for Jacoby Hart.
Jacoby was slapping that ball because if he could have kept his feet under him, he was going to go a lot further. But that was really, really a nice run. It was just patience, waited for the hole, and when he hit it, he was gone.
And there was a nice hole there for him.
There was a nice hole
on the
for
right
him,
side.
yeah.
So the Leopards will have 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. We're going to have twins to the right, twins to the left, and Cedric Simmons is going to be by himself in the shotgun formation. Here's the snap. Bubble screen to the right, and we just took our eyes off of it. It's going to be incomplete. 2nd down 10 for the Leopards.
I wouldn't be surprised if we go deep on this series, either on the 2nd or the 3rd down.
You know, one of the things that, Coach Plumlee is known for offense. He was an offensive coordinator, but right now the strength of this team sure seems to be the defense.
Yes, he loves the defense. He loves his defensive coaches, too.
And Coach Brumfield is the defensive coordinator, done an excellent job. Twins, both to the left and the right. Cedric Simmons by himself in the shotgun formation. He's going to sprint to his left, and he's got a man open, and that's going to be none other than Carter Martin. And he is going to go all the way into the end zone for a 57-yard touchdown pass from Cedric Simmons, and it is now 20-0. Good guys.
I tell you what, Carter Martin has that ability. He's got the speed, he's got the brains, and he's got the ability to break loose. And when he broke loose behind him, Ben, he was 3.5 yards ahead of the defender and just kept going.
And by the time he got to the end zone, he was 7 yards ahead of him.
Yeah, it's another great touchdown by C. Martin.
And so a chance to go up 21-0. Rodea on to kick the extra point. Snap is good. It's down. Rodea's extra point is through the uprights. And the Leopards lead with 11 minutes exactly in the second quarter. 21-0. Leopards over the Miners. Will be back after these words from our sponsors.
For all the times you multitask, Malvern National Bank has technology to make banking easier. When you need to transfer travel money into your account while on the go. When you need to pay your friends back for lunch. When you need to check the balance on your account. When you need to locate the nearest branch or ATM. Or when you need to deposit a check and don't have time to go to the bank. Simple to use website tools and apps at your fingertips. To find out more, visit mnbbank.com.
And we are back now at Claude Mann Stadium.
David Alpe Field.
And the Leopards are really, really rocking and rolling now. Up ahead, 21-0 over the Bauxite Miners. We have 11 minutes remaining in the first half. And, Ron, it'd be tough to script a better first half so far.
Yeah, it's been all Leopards, and they've taken advantage of an onside kick and scored there. We fumbled the ball, and they ended up negative yards, and we score in the next series on a deep pass to Carter Martin, and things are running pretty smooth right now for the Leopards.
Rodea has the ball teed up for the Leopards, and the kickoffs have really been a struggle for the Miners here in this game, and they're going to pooch it just over the 35-yard line, but it goes out of bounds, and looks like Bauxite's going to start with really good field position here on their first drive of the second quarter.
That was one of those deals. He looked like he'd found a hole in the Miners' return team, and was just trying to, drop it in there.
And you wonder, do you do that if you don't trust your defense so much? Because you know that that's a possibility. You know that if it doesn't go well, they're going to get good field position. And when you trust your defense, you feel like you might be able to get away with it.
Yeah. All you have to do is listen to Coach Plumlee, and you know how much he loves and trusts his defense.
So interestingly enough, they're going to mark the ball at the 38. Oddly, I don't understand why they're marking it at the 38. Oh, maybe they may have touched the ball, and if that's the case, that's where they get the football. So trips to the left for Bauxite, and we're going to throw a tunnel screen to his left and immediately stopped, and it's going to be a loss of about 4, and the Leopards just were all over that one from the jump.
Yeah, and once again, you got Malique out there, and this is the first time that any of our opponents have really tested him, and
we're starting to see why.
You darn right we see why.
Trips to the right, twins to the left, and we're going to have a quarterback draw, and there's a lot of room. He's up over the 45, up over midfield. He's got a first down, finally brought down at the Leopard 48-yard line, and looks like Bauxite trying to get something going to make this a ball game again.
Yeah, and that was a situation, a read there, I'm pretty sure, by the quarterback. And they got the new number 8s back in there. That was Hunter Farrell.
Bauxite in a hurry now. They've got trips to the right. They're going to hand it back to McCone on the give back on a little counter play, but he is snuffed out immediately, and that's going to be none other than Isaiah Beard on the stop.
Yeah, Isaiah was right there, held his line, held his position, and reached out and grabbed him, and he got half a yard out of it, looks like.
It's going to be 2nd and 9 now for Bauxite. They're at the Malvern 47-yard line. Trips to the right, twins left. Quarterback by himself. He's going to throw a slant route, and it sure looked like he did not want any part of trying to catch that pass. That's, I think, Jacoby Hart has made his presence known to these wide receivers.
Yeah, and it's one of those situations right there that it was, I'll get it 34, Braylon Braylon was right there, and if Braylon had been, I mean, he was playing the ball. It took to me like the ball bounced off of Braylon.
So we've got now 3rd down and 9. Bauxite's bunched up real close to the line of scrimmage. Everyone is going to run a screen, bubble screen. Actually, was that caught by?
No. We batted it down. It was.
We can't hear a whistle up here, and but it is going to be incomplete. Now, it's actually not a bubble screen. That's a running back screen over the middle, but falls to the ground, or it might have been knocked down by the Leopards.
Yeah, the Leopards knocked it down, Mark. Did you see who hit it?
It's going to bring up 4th down and 9, and, Bauxite went forward in a similar situation. They have their offense on the field again, and they've got twins to the left, split right, and here's the snap. Quarterback's going to go down the seam, and it is going to be incomplete. Knocked down. Jacoby Hart did a great job of getting a hand on it, and we're going to have another turnover on downs, and the Leopard defense comes up big again, Ron.
Well, I tell you what, between Jacoby Hart and Dante Reed back there, that's a pretty tough twosome, and then you throw old number 4 in there, and that's a good defensive backfield back there. Number 4, of course, being our isolated player, Malique Reliford.
And again, what an honor for Malique Reliford getting to wear the number 4 James King jersey for the rest of the year. A tremendous honor. And he has done his part to give the Leopards the football now. 9:42 remaining in the second quarter. Leopards up 21-0. We have twins to the left, 1st and 10, split right, and it looks like Keith Carradine in the backfield with Simmons. The give is to Carradine. He is going to get over the left side to right around midfield where he is going to be tackled. And if that's the spot, it should bring up about 2nd down and 7.
Going back to the number 4, these kids, these Leopards now, were probably playing elementary football and everything, and so they know, they know James King and know the James King story and know who James was. So it's, I'm sure it's really an honor to,
We managed to lose 2 yards on the spot. Now there's going to be 2nd and 9 when I thought it was going to be closer to 2nd down and 7. But the Leopards have twins to the left. We have a split right. Carradine in the backfield with Simmons again. Simmons takes the snap. He's going to throw on a screen to Bud Johnson.
Oh.
Bud just kind of falls down a little bit, and they're going to mark it, interestingly enough, at the 50. And it looked like he fell over the 50. It looked like he should have gotten into minor territory, but the spot's going to put the ball right at midfield and bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Leopards.
Bud couldn't get his hips and his feet to go in the same direction because he saw a hole, tried to cut, and his hips went one direction, his feet went the other. And it's effort. All it was, just trying to get more out of what he had.
Leopards trying to get their formation on the right side of the field. We're going to go twins right, and took a little too much time trying to get set. The Leopards are going to have to call a timeout, try to get this 3rd and 7 play right. 8:20 remaining in the second quarter. Leopards up 21-0. We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
And we are back at Claude Mann Stadium, and the Leopards are going to have 3rd down and 7. They're right at midfield. 8:20 remaining in the second quarter. Leopards up 21-0. They've had to use their 2nd timeout. We've got twins left, twins right. Simmons will be by himself in the backfield. Here's the snap. Simmons throws down the seam, and it's going to be caught by Dante Reed. Dante over the 30. He's going to be tripped up, hit hard right at his knees, but he is going to get down to around the 27-yard line, and a nice big pickup on 3rd down.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. Said, saw it, waited, and I mean, he hit him. Nice thing about it, he hit him in stride. I mean, Dante did not have to look back, whatever. Hit him in stride and made one guy miss, but that's really an outstanding open field tackle by their safety back there.
We've hit 8 minutes remaining in the first half. Twins left, twins right. Simmons by himself. He's going to sprint to his left. He's looking for someone to throw to. He is going to find Dante Reed. They will call that a completion. And we have a flag on the play. And we may have had another receiver downfield.
You know, that's one thing you've got that it's tough because you've got that quarterback back there, like you said. He's a dual threat. He can run it, he can throw it, and your linemen are going to hold block if it's a whole, run or pass. You're a lineman, former lineman. That has to be really a tough assignment for an interior lineman to realize. I mean, because run or pass, if he decides to run, you got to get downfield.
Right.
And and if it's a pass, you got a pass block.
And it is going to be an ineligible receiver downfield. That's going to back it up 5. We'll replay the down, but it'll be 1st and 15 from the Bauxite 31. And the formation, the Leopards are going to bring twins to the left, twins to the right. Asher is going to be playing the up back, protecting Simmons' right side. And here's the snap. Simmons drops back. It's going to be a screen pass to Asher. Asher up over the 30, makes a man miss. Is going to get near the 25. Going to be tackled at the 26. A flag comes in right around the point of contact where Asher was.
And I didn't see anything that looked like a face mask.
And you wonder if we maybe a block in the back.
Yeah.
No, they're waving the flag off. So
okay.
The play will stand, and we got back to right around the original line of scrimmage. So it should be about around 2nd and 10. We'll see where they spot the down marker. Maybe 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
The Leopards are going twins, both to the right and to the left. This time Asher is going to be protecting Simmons' left side. The snap. Simmons sprints to the left. He's got pressure against him. He's got a man open in the end zone. And it is going to be another touchdown. Carter Martin, his 2nd of the night.
Martin, I tell you what, they got to get the ball to 15. You got to feed the monster. And he's really, there's something this kid, he just gets open, Ben.
And he was wide open.
He was wide open on his previous one. I know Carter's not going to give me any secrets, but he's got something working for him.
So the Leopards now, with 7:13 remaining in the second quarter, have taken a 27-0 lead, and Rodea will come on for the extra point. Snap is a little high, but it's fielded well by Martin. Rodea gets his foot on it, and it gets through, and the Leopards now take a 28-0 lead. 7:13 remaining in the first half. We'll be back right after this.
Daniel Heat and Air provides both residential and commercial heating and cooling services. Daniel Heat and Air is family-owned and operated and takes great pride in making their customers feel like family. With over 40 years of service in the Hot Springs and Central Arkansas area, Daniel is ready to serve your needs with certified technicians on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For your heat and air needs, call Daniel Heat and Air at 501-293-0782.
And we're back. All right, so Ron, 28-0, 7:13. The risk, I guess, is letting your guard down at this point.
Yes, yeah, that really is. It's keeping the intensity up, and we'll this series, if we can get a 3 and out or force them into a punt and go in at halftime, we get the ball back. There's another pooch kick. Out.
Rodea kicks this one, and it just flat goes out of bounds, and so we'll certainly probably see this one pulled out to about the 40-yard line, I would imagine.
It's been the said Carter show here in this second quarter, and they've got something going. And as I said earlier, I hope Carter can get open because these people are going to see film on 15, and they're going to say, wherever 15 is, you got to have somebody on him because this kid can run, he can catch, and he is fast.
And you mentioned how they were really trying to protect the run, and when you do that, you put yourself in man-to-man coverage.
And you know what man-to-man coverage on our receivers.
So Bauxite comes, and they're going to start at the 35, trips to the left, a split wide receiver to the right. The give is to McCone, and he has a nice run. He's going to get up over the 40-yard line, up over the 45, and he's going to be tackled
by Carter Martin.
Who's having himself a game.
Yeah, he plays a lot of corner and really came up right there and filled a hole and got to the guy's feet and got him down.
And it will be 1st and 10 Bauxite from their own 46-yard line. They're going to come out with a trips formation to the left, twins to the right. Quarterback is going to take the ball himself over the right side, and he is going to get near midfield. And it looks like that was going to be Trayshawn Mormon.
Yeah, Trayshawn.
On the tackle, and looks like it's going to be about 2nd and 7 for Bauxite, right near midfield, around their own 49. And we got twins right now, Bauxite. They've got a McCone in the backfield, and the quarterback's going to keep it right up the middle. He's got some space. He's up over the Leopard 40-yard line. Nice run on first down, and they're going to be looking at 1st and 10 from about the Leopard 39-yard line.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of Hunter Farrell now in there, and gosh, Farrell's just a 10th grader. He's a big kid, good-looking athlete, and he seems to be the one who wants to run more.
Trips left for Bauxite now. They got a split wide receiver to the right. Farrell is going to hand the ball off to McCone, and he is going to be dropped for a loss of about 3 on the play, and that's going to be Isaiah Beard breaking that play and really moving the pile well there.
Yeah. Isaiah, he just backed him up, and there wasn't anywhere to go or anything to do.
So we're going to have they're going to call it a loss of 2 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 12 for Bauxite. And we haven't really talked a lot about the defensive ends. It's been the defensive tackles that have really made a big impact on this game. Twins right, split wide receiver way to the left. Now we're going to run a man in motion to the right. Tunnel screen is going to be initially caught. They're going to say that it is incomplete, intended for Braylon Walker, but a Leopard put a hat on it or a helmet right on the ball, and it'll fall incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Miners.
Braylon Walker did end up with the ball back for the Miners, but it was down there floating around, and dangerous situation for the Miners. The Miners really in a dangerous situation for them now. Great for us. They're 3rd and 12, and trailing 28-0 with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter.
They're going to run Edwards in motion. The quarterback's going to keep the ball, and he's not going to get much past the 40-yard line, and maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage of where this 4-down series started. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10 from the Leopard 39-yard line. We got now just over 5 minutes to play, and if the Leopards can keep him out of the end zone here, then they might be able to prevent Bauxite from having another possession.
Yeah, they've got Connor Stacy and Hunter Farrell back out there, and it looks to me like they're alternating at quarterback. They got them both on the field at the same time.
So Bauxite's going to go with a split wide receiver to the left, twins to the right, a couple of guys protecting Farrell. Farrell now going to throw it deep down the field, and it's going to be Jacoby Hart coming in from that cover 2 position and gets a hand on the ball, deflects it, and we're going to have another turnover on downs, 1st down and 10
I tell you what,
for the Leopards from their own 39.
Carter Martin was right there with him too, and he was right there, and it was one of those. It was going to be one of those situations. Who's going to get the ball, and just to make sure that it wasn't going to get it, here comes 21 in there like a missile and says, let's just end this right now here. Big stand by the Leopards. We talked earlier, Ben, about this series. This could really be a bad situation for the Miners. I mean, that hole's getting deeper and deeper and deeper, and the Leopards score here, get something going, and then get the ball, the kick, receive the ball in the second half.
They would be at 35, and the clock would run in the second half.
Yeah.
So we've got twins to the right, a split wide receiver to the left. Simmons hands the ball off to Carradine. He's over the 40-yard line. Now he's going to bounce off a couple of men past the 45, and, they're going to take away a couple of yards and mark it at the 45. It sure looked like he lunged to about the 47.
Wow.
But they're going to mark it right at the 45-yard line. It's going to be about a gain of 6 or 6.5. And so the Leopards will have 2nd down and 4 from their own 45.
Typical Carradine run. Hard nose, find a hole and hit it.
Carradine's back in the backfield with Simmons, twins right. Asher protecting Simmons' left side. Here the handoff is going to go to Carradine. Dips down, just dives, gets as much as he can, gets past the 45, going to get to around the 48-yard line. Should leave about 3rd and real short.
Yeah, he got real close.
It's going to be about 1 yard shy. We're down to about 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first half. The Leopards lead at 28-0. They've gotten off to a great start. They could really cap off a great first half with a touchdown here. The Leopards have a split wide receiver to the left, twins to the right. Simmons in the backfield, and he's going to keep it himself to pick up the first down. He's up over the 50-yard line. He has the first down, and they're going to mark it at the Bauxite 49-yard line.
That's your sophomore quarterback that's playing like a junior or senior. He saw the seam there. He saw his right tackle and his right guard, and he knew he had the 1st and 10, and just, I mean, he waited for the blocks and stuck his nose right in there.
And the Leopards now are going to take their time. You know, they have no intention of giving Bauxite the ball in this half unless they score, and they do so late. So we have twins to the left now for Simmons. He's got a wide receiver to his right side, Carradine directly to his right, and the give is going to be to Simmons is going to hold it, and he's up past the 40-yard line, still running, and he's going to be dragged down at about the 37-yard line of Bauxite. And had a lot of people fooled, including some people in this booth, Ron.
Yeah, that was an excellent read because Sid sat there and looked at it, and as he started his read, he was going to give it off to Jacoby, and then he saw something, brought the ball back in, shot off to his right, and more great plays by number 3.
Twins left, one split to the right. Carradine in the backfield with Simmons. Simmons is going to sprint to his left, and now he's going to be dragged down from behind. Very nice play by Jackson Lindsay of Bauxite, and he's going to pick up a sack and bring up 2nd and long for the Leopards.
Yeah, the Bauxite had really good coverage on Martin out there on that one, and that was who he's wanting to go to. And Seth does a really good job for a sophomore or for any kid to roll to the right and throw, across their body. Gosh. I mean, roll to their left. Roll to their left and throw right.
So it's going to bring up 2nd down and 14 for the Leopards. We've got Dante Reed all by himself on the bottom down here to his left. We've got Trips right. Cedric's in the backfield by himself. Here's the snap. He's looking to the right. Now he's going to go over the middle to Malique Asher, who is going to get the first down. He's over the 30 to the 25-yard line, and that should be enough for a Leopard first down.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was waiting on the spot, man. So
2 yards back, and it wouldn't have been a first down.
That's what I mean, brother. I was kind of waiting on that spot. Great play there. Great read by Sid, and nice run by Malique.
Leopard's really going to try to milk as much clock as possible, but make sure they don't spend too much time because they do want to have enough time to score. The Leopards have twins left, twins right. Asher is going to protect the left side of Simmons. Here's the snap. Simmons looking to his left, and he throws a little bit behind the wide receiver, which was that's Dante
Reed.
And falls incomplete. Bring up 2nd down and 10.
That was one just a little bit behind him, but he didn't have a whole lot of room to go there. And it's nice, though. I tell you what, it's nice to watch Sid. His confidence coming up with just with his arm. I mean, he doesn't mind threading the needle, so to speak, now.
And so the Leopards now have twins right. We've got Malique in a position where he sometimes will get it, and
Inside.
They do give the ball to Malique Reliford, and he is not going to get much. He's going to get down to about the 24-yard line, which would be a gain of about 1, bringing up 3rd down and 9 or 9.5.
Yeah, and with 1 minute left on 3rd 9, Bauxite, they're content to let the clock run out, hopefully.
So it looks like Malvern is going to call their last timeout of the first half. We'll take it with them, and we'll be right back after these words.
Horns Outdoor is ready to serve your outdoor needs at both their Hot Springs and Malvern locations. Horns carries the #1 tractor brand in the world, Mahindra, as well as tractors by Coyote, John Deere, Kubota, LT, and Massey Ferguson. For your residential lawn needs, Horns carries zero-turn mowers by Hustler and Spartan. Horn also carries a full line of outdoor power tools. For all of your outdoor needs, visit Horns at 3505 North Highway 171 in Malvern or at 3034 Albert Pike in Hot Springs.
Okay, Ron, we're about to come out. If you were the coach here, 3rd and 9, 51 seconds left. What are you thinking?
I'm going to turn number 3 loose. I'm going to put him on. I'm going to run him to his right, and I'm going to give him a run pass option.
So we got twins to the left. We've got twins to the right, and now we're going to run Reliford in motion. Simmons is going to throw to the back pylon. He's got Dante Reed. Did he catch it? Difficult to see.
Touchdown.
And they're calling a touchdown.
Wow.
What a throw and catch Cedric Simmons to Dante Reed at the left, back left pylon.
Well, I tell you what, Ced put the ball right there for, there's only one where it was past the D-backs, and he was the only one that could catch it. And I tell you what, Dante, that's the ball Dante wanted, and Dante went up and got it. Outstanding play.
And now it looks like opportunity for Leopards to go up 35, which means they would start with the sportsmanship rule to start the second half. We have a timeout called by Bauxite. So we'll just keep it right here. But, Ron, 34-0, 45 and a half seconds. And so, what do you think about this first half from the Leopards?
Well, first of all, so much for my play calling, right? I tell you, it's been dominant. It's every time, except for that first series, the second series, the Miners got a little bit going, but then we shut them down. And it's been any time the Leopards need to stop, they've got to stop. In mistakes, we made very few mistakes. But you make a mistake on a fumble, and then you end up them losing 2 yards. They end up 4th and 12, and then you get your special teams. You get an onside kick. They kind of look around, and boom, we get on it, and we score, and we make it 14-0 there. And it's just been. Then we find Carter Martin twice, and then now we found Dante Reed, and he's got three touchdown passes right here in the first half.
A lot of pieces working well for the Leopards right now.
Oh, yes.
Rodeo will set up for the extra point, and the snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is also good. And we have a 35-0 lead, and assuming that there's not a score in the next 45 and a half seconds, the second half would start with the sportsmanship rule.
Yeah, we'll be out early. Do what, Mark?
We got the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark Roberts, our official MENB scorekeeper, which is really nice. We've got a nice facility. Mark, over the years, has been across in the bleachers. He's been here, there, or whatever. And so it's nice to have him up here.
And this game, I think everyone kind of anticipated this to be a little bit nip and tuck. Hootie's had us picked to win by 7. Usually give the home team 7 points. But this has been a really, really strong performance by the Leopards. Rodea has teed the ball up 45 and a half seconds. You don't want to give up a big return. Here, Rodea does kick the ball off, and this ball is also going to float out of bounds, and looks like Bauxite may get an opportunity to start at the 35. I would be tempted. I mean, you need a big play. I would almost be tempted to make him kick it again.
Yeah.
But
out of the blue, Sydney says, "Be nice, don't get in trouble."
But at the same time, they haven't necessarily fielded the sky kicks when we have kicked them down.
So
you do run the risk of making a mistake.
Yeah,
certainly, but they need a big play.
They do. They need something good to happen, and
you don't want to say their only chance is to score here. But if we're going to run the clock the entire second half,
they got 44.
They really need to put points on the board here.
They got 64 yards to go, and geez.
So we'll see what Bauxite has up their sleeve. They have twins left. They're going to run a man in motion to the left as well. And it's going to be Farrell moving to his left. He's looking, and he's going to have a man open at the 50-yard line.
Well,
now he's going to move to the sideline. He's going to be tackled from behind, but he is going to get into Malvern territory at around the 43-yard line. So if they need points, they need chunk plays. They got one on first down.
Yeah, and it's one of those things. The Leopards are going to keep everything in front of them. It's because look how deep our safeties are.
Bauxite moving fast, and quarterback now takes the snap. He's looking for someone to throw to, and nearly made a major mistake. And they are going to say, I guess, that receiver was in the vicinity.
He was.
And so they're just going to call this one incomplete, and it'll bring up second down and 10. But it does stop the clock for Bauxite.
Yeah, there wasn't anybody out there except Braylon. Braylon Watson was the only one out there within 10 yards of the ball.
And I guess that ball probably got past the line of scrimmage, and they could have said that the quarterback got outside the tackle box. But we'll We're going to have second down and 10, 28 seconds left. Bauxite really needs to put points on the board before this half ends. Now they're going to throw deep down the left sideline, and it's going to be caught. What a beautiful catch.
Nice catch.
At the 31-yard line, and it's going to move the chains for Bauxite, and they are going to try to put themselves in position. I would think they would take a field goal before half here just to try to keep the clock from starting at the start of the second half. So Bauxite now running a man in motion. That'll give them trips to the right side. Quarterback's going to sprint to his right. Now he's looking upfield. The Leopard pursuit is just too good.
Wow.
And it looks like Charles Sanders is going to be the one that probably gets credit for the sack.
I thought they'd knocked the ball loose, too. Boy, they hit him hard right at the
And the clock has stopped with 15.9 seconds. I'm guessing Bauxite has called a timeout.
They're out of timeouts. They called their final timeouts with 15.9 left, and trailing the Leopards 35-0, and
so we'll take this last time out of the half with them, and we'll be back for the remaining 15-9 when we hear from our sponsor.
Farmers Bank and Trust is proud to bring you Casasa. What's Casasa? It's an easy way to earn cash, no talent necessary. It's like a participation trophy that's actually worth something. You do everyday things, we reward you in cash each month. That's free Casasa checking. Ask for free Casasa checking at Farmers Bank and Trust.
And we would like to welcome you back. Now they put 18 seconds back on the clock. Second down and long. Bauxite quarterback Farrell sprints to his left. He's got to make a throw, and he has a man, but it's going to bounce it, and it's going to be incomplete. Now we have a flag, and he's also going to signal man downfield. And I tell you what, back in my day, you had to be 3 or 4 at least yards downfield, and I see where the guy's standing now. And
he was past the original line of scrimmage. 70 was.
But they used to give you 2 or 3 yards, on the other side when I was a kid. I don't know if that's changed, but
well, you always had that 3-yard DMZ or the middle line, or the free zone or whatever you want to call it.
But that kid was not far downfield for them to throw that flag, I'll say. But Bauxite now trips to the right. It's second down and 18. Twins to the left. Quarterback is solo in the shotgun. He's throwing deep down the seam, and it is going to be intercepted by Jacoby Hart. Jacoby Hart down the right sideline. He's still on his feet. Past the 35 to about the 40. 2.2 seconds remaining, and the Leopards have pretty much sealed this half. And with the way that the clock will start in the second half, they are going to find themselves in tremendous position to win this football game.
Once again, it looked to me like, and we'll have to watch it back, looked to me like Carter Martin came on a corner blitz on this side, and this kid's fast enough and he's quick enough that he got right back there, and the quarterback was rushed. And
it's going to be hard to find the defensive player of the game in this one because we have had some. We've had some really big time defensive performances already, and Jacoby Hart. You could certainly name Jacoby. You could name Isaiah Beard.
You can name a
lot of these. Malique's had a phenomenal game.
You could name our defensive tackles.
And it looks like the Leopards are prepared to take a knee and go to the locker room with a 35-0 lead, but we have a delay of game.
Oh.
So we'll have to take one more snap. So the Leopards are in that sort of, the victory formation used to be you take the snap under center, but so many teams now are running almost exclusively shotgun. You're much less likely to bobble the snap from the shotgun, and so there's a snap, and it is going to be taking a knee for Simmons, and that's going to end it in the first half with the Leopards leading 35-0 at home against the Bauxite Miners.
Dedication, the quality of being devoted or committed to something. As a member of the Leopard Marching Band, we learn more than how to play an instrument or march. We learn the importance of responsibility and hard work. We know that every beat has a purpose, and it takes each of us to bring the music to life. We are a family. We are the sound of Claude Stadium. We are the Malvern Leopard Marching Band, and together we bring the music to life.
We're ready to kick off, and it looks like we've got Keith Carradine deep to receive, and they're going to try an onside kick, and it is going to be fielded right at the 46-yard line of the Leopards, and it was I think that was that Martin? That was Carter Martin.
Carter Martin. This is the Carter.
Catching everything today.
This is a Carter Martin show. Both off. He's done some really good job on special teams. Plus, sitting there at that cornerback spot.
He's a very important position player for us, and not just on offense, but you've seen him make the play on special teams there. He's the holder, and we've seen him actually take a bad snap and get a 2-point conversion out of it. So at this point, the Leopards are going to come out with their starting group, twins to the left, wide receiver to the right. It looks like it is Carradine in the backfield with Simmons. Here's the snap, and Carradine will get the carry. He started over the middle. He keeps bouncing it off to the left side, and Mike got it back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to set up about 2nd down and 10.
With the sportsmanship clock running, it changes, stops on change of possession is the only thing. So we'll be out here early tonight.
You would think so, and
you would think that.
And I would like a rule change that if a team cuts it to 21,
I agree.
that you go back to the regular time. But right now, that's not the rule. So it's going to run until the end of the ball game. We have twins left, split wide receiver to the right. Asher is the up back, and Carradine is the tailback. The give is to Carradine, and he's got the left side. We're going to have a flag come in where it is probably going to be holding or a block in the back, and that's going to negate a really nice run by Carradine. He had gotten up to around the 40-yard line of Bauxite, but this one's going to be coming back.
Yeah. I think he got his hands around him. The coach is right there coaching the young man up right there. Here's what you did. Here's what you're supposed to do.
And so I don't know that I didn't see what the official call was, a hold I would imagine, but it's going to set up 2nd down and about 16. The holding is the spot foul, so it's not necessarily going to be 10 yards from the original line of scrimmage. It's from where the foul was actually took place. And so now the Leopards come out with 2nd down, 16. They've got twins to the right, and Braxton Allen is the lone wide receiver at the bottom of the screen. Now Simmons is going to throw a lob to Allen, and he has him, but just overthrew him by about 3 or 4 yards. And but that was absolutely the right read, just not enough air under
and it was 7 if Brax could have got to it.
So that's going to bring up 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 16. The clock is running, even though it was an incomplete pass because of the sportsmanship rule. So we're already at 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Leopards do lead it 35-0 over the Bauxite Miners. This is the first conference game of the year. Someone's going to get ahead in the standings tonight. Simmons takes the snap, tunnel screen, and it is going to be caught and immediately snuffed out by the Bauxite Miners. And on the reception, that was number 14, Seth Stewart, his first reception of the night.
Yeah.
But it's going to bring up a punting situation for the Leopards.
Yeah, Stewart got out there, and there was just too many Miners around to do anything. They'd read that bubble screen really well, and they were out there all over it. All right, we're back in punt formation with Dante Reed again. Last time he punted, it was interesting.
Yeah, so Dante gets off the punt.
He didn't punt, that's what I mean.
Fair caught immediately. He probably would have had an opportunity to return that one, but he's going to take a fair catch at around the 37-yard line, and the clock is, even though a change of possession, the clock is going to continue to run here.
Okay.
So we've got the Leopards again. If you're just joining us, the clock is running because of the AAA sportsmanship rule. When a team is ahead by 35 points in the second half, the clock runs continuously, and as it turns out, the Leopards are ahead 35-0 over conference foe Bauxite, the first conference game of the year. Bauxite comes out with twins left, wide receiver to the right. Now they're going to run one of the wide receivers in motion. They've got a little bit confused, and we're going to have a false start called against Bauxite, so they're going to back it up 5, and they'll be 1st and 15.
Yeah, when you're down 35 and somebody's kind of taking it to you, it's harder for them to keep their concentration than it is for the Leopards, I believe.
Same formation. Here comes the wide receiver in motion. The quarterback then gave it to the running back, and he is, I mean, the Leopard pursuit is going to get him well behind the line of scrimmage. It looks like it's going to be about a loss of 5, but, you know, there were 3 or 4 Leopards right around the play. You could give the credit to any number of them, but it looks like one of the Leopards is a little slow to get up, but great pursuit right there.
Yeah, Connor Stacy was doing everything he could do to get away, and he was quick enough that he was going, you know, east and west, and I mean north and south, and on this field you need to go east and west. But anyway, you got that right. Anyway, and he did a good job, but there was just too many Leopards, too much speed, and again, we watched the whole team speed of these Leopards, and it's impressive. It's very
impressive.
And it's team speed.
When you're ahead 35-0 and you're still continuing to pursue the way that they did, that's a testament to, you know, not letting up. If that's going to be a point of emphasis, which it was in the coaches show, it needs to be a point of emphasis whether you're ahead by 3 or ahead by 35.
Yep.
And so it was Bud Johnson who was a little shaken up, and he'll have to come out here a little bit because we had a clock stoppage because of him. But it was a loss of 4 on the play, and if you recall, they had a false start before that. So this is actually going to be 2nd down and 19, and Bauxite has really struggled to get ahead of the sticks here. Twins left, Twins right. Now one of the receivers is moving in motion to the left to give him trips to the right side. Quarterback sprints left. The pass is to number 6, Braylon Walker, and I think a Leopard may have gotten a hand on that.
Yeah, looked to me like Dante Reed got in there and got that left hand on it and took just enough, put him enough what I'm trying to say, change the direction.
Yeah, just enough of the ball to change the flight path a little bit.
Flight path, that's what I was trying to come up with, Ben. Thank you.
Hey, that's what I'm here for.
Let me write that down.
So Bauxite is certainly in no hurry here. I think they see the writing on the wall, but they've got trips to the right. They've got a wide receiver split left, and it looks like that is probably McCone in the backfield with Farrell. And the handoff is to McCone, and McCone runs into his own guy because of the push on the defensive end, and he is going to lose another big chunk of yards. There is another flag on the play, but he was dropped I'm guessing about another 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the officials decide to call here.
What the call is. Okay, here we go.
Personal foul, a face mask called against the Leopards. And, boy, that was unfortunate. When you have 3rd and 19, you have an opportunity to kind of shut that thing down, and then you get a 15-yard penalty. That's going to give them an opportunity to pick up the first down here.
3rd and 9. Or was it 4th and 9?
The play won't count, so it should be 3rd down.
3rd and 9.
3rd down and 9 for Bauxite. They're back to their 39-yard line. They have to get to about the 48.5, their own 48.5, and so they're going to run out here with trips right, Twins to the left, and the quarterback is by himself in the shotgun.
We're showing blitz, and they picked it up.
And the pass is going to be intended for McCone, and it's going to fall incomplete. He missed him. That was Logan DeBoard. That was the intended receiver. And he was open, Ron.
He was open, yeah, but I tell you what.
The pressure, I think, may have caused that.
Isaiah Beard was back there, and we sent our Mike linebacker up the middle, and I couldn't pick the number up because he walked up there and stood up there, and when they went to the Mike linebacker, Beard got loose, and there was, it was like kaboom. That was Quentin McCoy.
And so now we've got a punting situation for Bauxite. The clock's running. We're already under 4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter because of the sportsmanship rule. The punt is away, and it's going to roll forever if we don't come up and get it. It bounced over his head. Dante is going to decide to pick it up. The coverage is really good, and that actually he probably –
I think he had to.
Do you think that ball touched him?
I think it did. You see, I think it was close.
I think
it was close enough that he was smart enough to realize that he needed, let's not gamble. Let's make sure. And he made a good play to come back and pick it up.
So Reed's punt return is actually going to go all the way back to the Leopard 13.5 or the 14-yard line. It's kind of between the 13 and 14-yard line, and the Leopards will take over. Just over 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Leopards lead 35-0. If you've just joined us, Cedric Simmons is going to bring, or is that Allen?
No,
is that Simmons?
No, it's Evan Myers.
Evan Myers. So we're going to bring out the sophomore quarterback to give us to Carradine. Carradine's going to rumble over to about the 19-yard line, a gain of 5. And they'll have to pick up the second half of the 5 here over the next couple of plays. So we're starting to see some of those underclassmen get an opportunity to get some time in, Ron.
Yeah, I looked out there and saw that 12, and I said, whoa. And I looked down and saw that it was Evan.
And the give is going to be to Carradine. He bobbles it at first, gets a handle on it. He's going to get back to about the line of scrimmage, and Bauxite does a good job of pursuit. And he may have lost a half a yard or so there.
And Bauxite saying they got the ball, too.
And they're going to say that it was a fumble, and Bauxite recovered. So Bauxite will take over at around the Malvern 17-yard line.
Yeah, in those situations, that's concentration. You've got to take care. You've got to play every down like you're tied or down by 3, and it's
And Carradine never really looked comfortable. He bobbled the exchange between the quarterback and himself. But I mean, I was looking out there. That Evan Myers, he's a big kid for a sophomore. I mean, he's
that's what. And I'm sorry, I didn't know. I'm sorry, Evan's parents. I had to go look, and I said, my gosh, who is that big kid? And 10th grader.
So that's a nice sight to see.
Yes, it is. Well, and athletic too, looks like.
So Bauxite's going to come out, twins left, twins right. Here's a snap, and the give is going to be to Connor Stacy, and Stacy has got a first down. He's inside the 5-yard line, down to about the 4-yard line of the Leopards, and Bauxite, really for the first time tonight, is knocking on the door. But Bauxite not in a hurry. We're down to 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. The Leopards still lead currently 35-0. Twins to both sides. Now they move Stacy over to quarterback. Stacy's going to run it himself. He's hit immediately behind the line of scrimmage, and I believe he may have pushed back to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line.
Bauxite with the time clock run, they'll get one more playoff here at the end of the third quarter.
And twins right for Bauxite. They're going to have an up back to the right side, one wide receiver to the left. And it looks like Stacy is going to keep it over the left side, and he's going to get into the end zone for the first Bauxite touchdown of the evening. And with that, it's going to be 35-6, and it looks like Bauxite's going to bring the kicking team out.
But as the clock winds down, that's the end of the third quarter. Leopards lead the Bauxite Miners 35-6.
And I believe they're probably going to let them kick this extra point on this side of the field. This will be, of course, all PATs are an untimed down
right.
in normal situations, but and the kick is on its way, and it is good. And so at the end of 3, Bauxite gets on the board. The Leopards lead it 35-7. We'll be back after these words with the fourth quarter of the football game.
Teal Dentistry is a proud supporter of Malvern Athletics. Doctors Jesse and Matt Teal provide a full family dentistry service. From checkups to cleanings to dentures, Teal Dentistry loves working with patients of all ages and strives to make every smile bright. Stop by and meet the friendly staff at Teal Dentistry and let them brighten your smile. Teal Dentistry, 927 South Main Street in Malvern, or call for an appointment, 501-337-9559.
And we are back at David Alpe Field in Claude Mann Stadium, and the Leopards lead at 35-7. We're about to start the fourth quarter. Here is the kick, and they're going to sky kick it down to around the 35-yard line. And it looks like Bud Johnson is going to be the one to catch it. And he just falls to the ground playing it safe. And before we start this possession, as the clock rolls due to the sportsmanship rule, I do want to again thank the Laverns, Mary and Steve, for all of their hard work in putting this together. They're the real geniuses behind this. Their hard work allows folks like me and Ron to come in here and have a good time.
I guarantee you, they're the horses that are pulling the wagons. They're the ones doing the work, and they just don't get enough kudos. And so kudos to the Laverns.
So the Leopards will take over at the 36-yard line, and we're going to have a timeout. Bauxite's going to call a timeout. And
not only that, they've been doing it for 20 years, and they're getting pretty good at it.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Laverns.
Yeah, and I mean, and so much, you talk about, and we're in this beautiful new press box, and it's you gotta say it is, if not the best in 4A, it is.
I don't
know what would be better, but it's. You can count on probably 0 hands how many schools have a press box this nice, and but with that comes a lot of challenges for folks like the Laverns. There's the internet challenges, there's the wiring challenges, and for them to, and it was really kind of a tight squeeze to get everything in and prepared
done.
and so we're just very thankful and lucky to have a duo like that can get things done in a short period of time.
And not only that, but talk to the facilities up here with the new visitor stands, the new wrought iron fences around this place. This is a good-looking facility.
So it looks like Keith Carradine is going to take the first down carry. Nice run over the right side. He gets over the 40-yard line of the Leopards to about the 41-yard line. A nice gain on first down. About
well, we thought it was 6, but it's
wow. I mean, that's okay. So a 5-yard gain. I thought I was being conservative with 6. I thought it was 7, but
I just saw Mark get his Mark Roberts up doing the stats. I saw him get his eraser out and change something.
It'll be 2nd down and 5 now for the Leopards at the 41-yard line. Twins left, wide receiver to the right, and looks like we're going to have an illegal procedure call. We had about 4 or 5 Leopards jump before the snap right there, Ron.
Yeah, once again we're one short. Seth Roberts is on some family business, and it's nothing serious. It's pleasure, and once again, I'd like to congratulate him and the boys golf team for finishing first in district, going to state, and the girls second, going to state.
And several of them, several of the boys are football players.
Yeah, a lot of the boys. Seth was talking about that last week, and anyway, we missed you, Seth, and we'll see you next week, brother.
2nd down and 10, and here is the give. It is to Carradine again. He's really hit hard at the 35-yard line, and if he got back to the line of scrimmage, it will be by the hair on his chin.
Wow, he was held up and stalled right there, and they laid a lick on.
And, give Bauxite some credit. Here they are. They're down 28. The clock's rolling, and they are still coming in and firing like missiles, and that shows character in and of itself.
Yeah, and Bauxite's had some success. They've got some tradition. They've got some ball players there. So yeah.
Twins to the left. Here is the snap. Myers is going to throw complete to Braxton Allen up over the 45-yard line. He's going to get to about the 47 or the 48.
Depends on the spot.
And if it's the 47 or the 48, I can guarantee you it'll be the 47. But it is going to be enough for a Malvern Leopard first down, and the Leopards will continue their drive at their own 47-yard line. So a nice little start there for Evan Myers to complete his first pass as a high school football player.
Yeah, and that's got to be great for that sophomore's confidence too.
So here goes Evan Myers. He hands it off to Carradine over the left side. Some room. He's up over midfield, and he dives to about the 49-yard line into Bauxite territory. And it's going to be a nice little pickup on first down, about 5 yards. It'll set up 2nd and 5 or maybe a short 6.
You know what happens, Ben, and I was just sitting here watching the clock run, with the sportsman rule, Malvern gets another couple 1st and 10s, and this ball game's over with because there's just no stoppage.
And there's pluses and minuses to it. I think some of it is some schools continue to run the score up. Malvern really has never been that type of team.
No.
And what it does for teams like us is it eliminates the chance for some of these young players to get some playing time. But Carradine over the left side, he's going to get over the 45-yard line of Bauxite, and he is going to be a couple of yards short of the first down. And Carradine was one of the backs that didn't see a lot of carries in the first half, but we're going to run him ragged here in the second half and get him plenty of carries and get him some looks.
I see some more freshmen out there. Dalen Weaver, number 10, has come in. We'll try to pick these numbers up as we can. No, I'm sorry, Dalen Weaver, number 2.
Yeah, it looks like Damari Johnson also out here on the right. Evan Myers is going to throw complete, and it's going to be a first down. And is that Braxton Allen over there that took the reception? Who is that? Is that number 5?
5, yeah.
Yeah, so that's Braxton on the reception. And so he's going to get a first down, and so it's good to see Evan Myers out here. And
I tell you what's nice about
playing pitch and catch.
About having an Evan Myers in there. He's athletic. He knows the system, and it never hurts to have really a good backup quarterback. And it looks like we got one in progress here as a 10th grader.
Trips right, single wide receiver to the left. Here is the give to Carradine. Carradine is moving way to the right. He's going to try to cut back towards the middle, right at the. And he's still rolling, and now he fumbles the football, and there's nothing but Bauxite miners around it.
That's twice that that happened over on the other side that led to a Bauxite score. This is one thing you got to do if you're going to fight. You've got to hold on to the ball. And
it was looking like it was going to be a really good run. He had about 7 or 8 yards, and he was chopping the feet and. Credit Bauxite for stripping the ball loose and then having the wherewithal to fall on it. So Bauxite will take over on their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10. The clock is continuing to run because the Leopards started this half with a 35-point lead. It is now 35-7. The Leopards ahead. We're under 6 minutes to go in the football game. And so Bauxite rushes back onto the field. They're going to have trips to the right. Single wide receiver to the left. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to sprint right. He's looking. Pressure coming. He eludes it. Now he's going to try to scramble, but it's going to be a sack for a short loss.
Well, everybody was out there playing their zone, and particularly our defensive tackles, and they kept turning him to the inside bend. There's always – should be, and most always is, helped when you turn them to the inside.
Yeah, and that ended up being Aaron DeVore getting a sack right there. And Aaron DeVore was one of those guys that saw a lot of playing time in the Lake Hamilton game.
Yes, he did.
We were having certain situations, health situations, and so he was able to get some playing time. And now we're going to have, it looks like, a timeout. I didn't see who called that particular timeout.
Well,
but we'll take it with them, and we'll try to figure out and tell you who got it on the way back.
Yeah, Bauxite took the timeout because they've only got one left.
Welcome to Larry's.
Hey guys, my name is Garrett. I've been coming to Larry's Pizza here in Malvern ever since it opened. My favorite is baked potato, chicken honey mustard. I love it. Come on down to Larry's.
It's so good you don't even know.
Larry's Pizza has buffet Tuesday and Friday nights starting at 5 p.m. Call us here at Larry's Pizza for all your specialty and game day pizza needs.
We want the Malvern Leopards to have a successful football season.
Go Leopards!
And welcome back. Bauxite taking the field with 5:04 remaining in the game. Leopards lead 35-7. Bauxite with the ball on their own 28. Farrell back to pass. Throws incomplete over the middle, intended for Logan DeBoer.
Yeah, Logan DeBoer. Now, ball was just a little bit behind. Logan reached back behind, but just couldn't get the hands on it, and brings up a 3rd down and 10 for the Miners. With the clock run, like Ben said, 4:45 and trading 35-7.
Twins right, single wide receiver to the left side. Here's the snap. Farrell looking to go deep down the right sideline. Has a beautiful pass catch. And it looks like that might be, I can't see the number.
Can't either.
But a really nice, beautiful placement on that pass. Yeah. And good concentration on the wide receiver, big chunk play for Bauxite. It went all the way down to about the 32-yard line of the Leopards where they'll have 1st and 10.
That may have been Roman Munoz.
Farrell throws a wheel route pass intended, I believe, these numbers are getting hard to see. I believe that might have been for McCone, but well defended by the Leopards, and I think we got a hand on that.
Got a hand on it. Yeah, as they get to the other end of the field, the Miners are in white tops and kind of gold letters, and sometimes they're a little tough to pick up.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. 3.5 minutes in the ball game. Leopards lead 35-7. 2 running backs in the backfield. This one is going to be number 22, Logan DeBoard, over the right side. Picks up about 7 or 8 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and relatively short for Bauxite as the clock continues to run. The run did make its way down to about the 25-yard line of the Leopards. Bauxite's going to come out with twins right, trips to the left. No running backs in the backfield with Farrell. Farrell's going to keep it himself. He's going to now go to the right side. He's over the 20-yard line up to about the 18, still fighting. The Leopards finally stop his forward progress and push him back at about the 17-yard line.
You know what I've noticed, Ben? Bauxite is they're playing a little quicker, a little more up tempo now, and this is the first time in the second half that they've done that.
Yeah, and I think you combine that with seeing a lot of different Leopards that are getting second and third unit guys, and they're able to move the football. Pitch out quick to the right side. He's going to get about half of what they need for a first down. And again, I think that's Braylon Walker, who's the receiver on that far side, but he gets about 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 5 or a short 6, and the clock continues to run. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the ball game. Leopards lead 35-7. Twins to the left. Now a motion is going to go also to the left, giving them 3 wide receivers on that side. The throw over the middle, it's going to be intercepted.
Got a block. Don't hit him in the back.
And he's going to get up over the 30, up over the 35. He's still on his feet, gets over the Malvern 40-yard line, and that's going to be Quentin McCoy.
Quentin McCoy, the senior night, had a good play. Quentin, really, I mean, he sat back there as the safety, sitting back there playing center field, and he was in the right place at the right time.
And that's a really nice cap off to a really, really strong defensive effort for the Leopards.
Yes, it is.
The clock's going to continue to run with about a minute and a half. The Leopards may only have to snap the ball once, depending on how long it takes for them to get the play clock rolling.
That and the 7 points that the Leopards did give up was down here on a fumble, and they got the ball inside the 30-yard line, and Miners were able to punch it in, but. Outstanding job by the offense and the defense. Haven't seen much offense in the second half. Ben really didn't expect to. Did you?
No, not to this extent. Evan Myers takes the snap and looked like he was getting ready to snap throw that to a wide receiver.
He was cocked and ready, wasn't he?
Unfortunately, the Leopards started a little early, and it will be a 5-yard penalty. They'll mark it back. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 36. It'll be interesting to see if they have to run a play. There is about 35 seconds remaining on the clock, and
they haven't started the 25.
They haven't started the 25-second clock, and they are going to start it. So the Leopards will have to run one more play. Myers will take the snap, and he is just going to take a knee, and that should do it. And the Leopards will come out of here victorious, 35-7.